Jungle Cruise is the latest film from Disney based on one of their theme park attractions. So today I'm going to stop and rank all 9 films based on a Disney theme park attraction from the worst to the best. Coming in at last place at number 9 is The Country Bears. The first big problem with this movie is they made it years after the attraction had already closed down. And there's really not that much to the story. 90% of this movie is just getting the Country Bears back together, and it's repetitive. They go somewhere, find one of the Country Bears, sing a song with a famous country singer who was popular at the time the movie came out. Then they go somewhere, find a member of the Country Bears, sing a song with a famous country singer who was popular at the time the movie came out. And they just do that over and over and over. That's pretty much the whole movie. Christopher Walken as the villain is the only entertaining thing about this movie. And at the end of the day, it's the same story as the 2011 Muppets movie, and that movie did it much better. Number 8, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. This film is far too ambitious for its own good. Rumor has it there's no deleted scenes from this movie. They used everything they shot, and I believe it. It's almost 3 hours long with a story that's very hard to follow. Pirate kingdoms are at war with each other for reasons that aren't very clear. The story is jumbled and doesn't make a lot of sense, and the action is ridiculously over the top. Number 7, The Haunted Mansion. This has a good premise, but the 2 big issues are Eddie Murphy just does not fit for a movie like this, and the third act twist is really uncomfortable and creepy. It has fun moments, it's watchable. They should have just changed the ending and hired a different lead actor. Number 6, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. This has a good setup. Jack Sparrow sold his soul to Davy Jones a long time ago. Davy Jones has come to collect. Jack Sparrow goes on the run. This is a pretty good premise. But then you get to Cannibal Island, and the film just gives up and goes completely off the rails from that point on. It was so close to being a great movie, but it falls short, and it just becomes a good movie. Number 5, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. This film has an interesting villain with an interesting story and a cool design, but it's like Javier Bardem and Johnny Depp were trying to out-ham each other in this movie. Bardem is such a cartoon that when he's intimidating, it's hard to take him seriously. This is probably the funniest movie in the franchise, though. Number 4, Jungle Cruise. It's fun, but it doesn't quite go all the way. It feels like it borrowed too much from similar films like Romancing the Stone, The Mummy, and Indiana Jones. Dwayne Johnson is pretty charming and hilarious as the lead, and he works well with Emily Blunt, but the story is a little too safe. Number 3, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. This film fixes the mistakes of the previous 2 sequels, and instead of trying to be this super ambitious movie, goes back to telling a simple story. Johnny Depp even kind of holds back the ham a little bit. Number 2, Tomorrowland. This is what you get when you combine The Rocketeer with Meet the Robinsons. I really don't understand why everybody but me hates this movie. Brad Bird is very imaginative with his film. The story is very good. It's just a bit over the head with the message, but I still have a lot of fun with it. But coming at number 1 is Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, the movie that everybody was thinking would not work because they were adapting a ride into a film, and it actually ended up being really good because it took a minute. It only had little sprinkles of the ride throughout, but really at the end of the day, it was kind of its own story. It had an interesting story. Johnny Depp actually ended up getting an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor in this movie. And it's just this really fun mystery with supernatural elements. It's very entertaining, and it comes in at number 1. So go ahead and share your ranking of every movie based on a theme park attraction. I know you're probably asking where Tower of Terror is. I didn't include Tower of Terror because that is a TV movie, and I couldn't find it legally. It's not available on Disney Plus in the US. It's not available to rent anywhere. And I was like, well, it's not in theaters, but I know there's some diehard Disney fans that probably have seen it. You can include it in your ranking as well, so just go ahead and share your ranking of the films, and I will see you next time.